So as you've probably been going through some of these websites, you'll recognize that some of these websites are restricted. And the reason they're usually restricted is it's students only, all right? So when you have students only, there's a way to get around this. The best way is often to go on either Reddit, Craigslist, or PM, which stands for personal message, to what's known as student groups. And these student groups are going to allow you to then go to their subdomains, is what they usually have. So it'd be something like, say someone's interested in beer. So it's going to be beer.usf.edu. So you're going and talking with the beer student group. And what you're going to see oftentimes is that these lack a lot of funding because they're just done by students. So there's not too much. There's a lot really left to be desired in the sense of it. So you can either post on Reddit and say, hey, I want you, or Craigslist, post on Craigslist or Reddit or any number of websites and say, hey, I'm going to pay you $20 if you can simply create an article and submit it to your university, usually on a subdomain. And a lot of students are going to be able to do that. When I was a student over at USF, University of South Florida, I had my own subdomain inside of USF. I was able to name that subdomain whatever I wanted. I was also able to post to the alumni board. That was a cool thing that I was able to do. And when you pay these people, you just say, all I want you to do is post an article on my behalf, and I'm going to pay you $20. And that's it. It's that simple and easy. You can go up to $50. A lot more people will come out and say, yeah, I want to do this. But $20 will get the job done per link. And oftentimes, it's just going on there. Like I said, $20 is going to have someone go over. You should probably write the material ahead of time because you know what you want to say, you know about your industry, your niche, and you know what keywords and backlinks you want to place inside along with maybe photos. So do all of that, have it ready, then post something on Reddit or Craigslist, maybe in a help wanted section, and just simply reach out to any university students that are currently enrolled. And they can get inside of their university website and again, post that article on your behalf because again, they're restricted sometimes to students only, and that's the way to get around it. The other one is to PM student groups, and the best way to do that, let me quickly show you, is just type in site:/.edu and then look for student groups or even groups. So here's student groups. And all this simply is like I said, it's someone that's dedicated. You have an engineering group, you're going to have a philosophy group, you're going to have a beer club, you're going to have a ping pong club, you're going to have a basketball club. There's all types of different student groups. And when you come into these, all you got to do is you can either start a new group, have someone do that. You can update it. All you're really trying to do is reach out to these people, look at their websites. If you see some of these websites that are available for some of these student groups, and let me just go through a couple of the organizations and kind of show you what's going on behind the scenes. But we'll go here, we'll go One Life Ministry, these things as well. All you're simply doing is saying, hey, this is missing something, your Facebook's out of date, or this or that, or something else or other. So you can edit these pages, help update them for these people, and then just simply ask, could I get a backlink, inside of this URL for helping you out? I obviously want to try and search for things that are niche related, so that way it seems more organic, original, that it's coming from the right place, so that it doesn't seem too spammy, like you're out for something. And you just want to improve these websites in any way that you can see. And most of these people are students, so they're going to be more than happy to place a backlink up for you. It's of no concern to them. They're just like, sure, now that the website looks better, that's awesome. So that's one way that you can actually go through and get these backlinks on different parts of these EDUs and government websites, is usually through groups. I'm sorry, not government. Only education websites have student groups, not the government though. But again, going through, just checking out the list, You could always ask a student to create a new group for you or register one. You could have yourself fix other student groups, update these pages. Sometimes they're running on blogs that are very old and haven't been updated in a long time. So they're missing security features, especially if they're run on WordPress or things like that. So there's ways that you can help, numerous ways really, from graphic updating to technical updating to, hey, here's a few issues inside of, spell check. And when you do that, simply going through, letting them know of these mistakes, and then saying, if you wouldn't mind, could you, create a resources page for me and just, put a link back to my website? I'd be much appreciated. Whether you do or you don't, kind of say it like that. I hope that, I appreciate what you're doing, and I hope that you continue to have success, or that, you continue enjoying it. Whatever you do, just have a sign off that seems like whether you do or whether you don't, God bless you. So that's all you're really trying to go after, is those students who are able to post to restricted areas that are only really for students, and then getting your backlink in there virtually guarantees that no other competitors are going to get in the same areas or space that you are, because you're doing that extra work. So it's really powerful to have that, because you're going to have 100% of the SEO link juice pointing right to your website and nowhere else.